So the first question is, do you feel like you all have stopped having real conversations? I mean, conversations that are not just about bills, schedules, children, or problems. And the second one is, do you feel like you all are living together, but you're emotionally apart? When was the last time you all flirted, laughed, or touched, or even was intentional about your love? Do you guys avoid certain topics because you don't want to argue? I get it. Now, the last question I want to ask is, have you felt more alone than connected in this relationship? Welcome to Win-Win with Gwen, hosted by Gwendolyn Shores, author, inspirational speaker, transformational coach, and CEO of Minds Above Matters. This is the podcast where your dreams ignite, limits shatter, and action leads to the life that you deserve. Your breakthrough starts here. Hey guys, welcome back to Win-Win with Gwen. I'm your host, transformational coach Gwendolyn Shores, and I want to start this podcast off by asking you a question, and I don't want you to rush into it. Take your time. So the question I want to ask is, have you felt like something's been off between you and your partner lately? That's the question I want to ask you. Like, you love them, but you're not connected anymore? You're in the same house, sharing the same bed, raising the same kids, sharing the same bills, but somehow, some way, it feels like your mouth's. Now, if you can relate to this, then stay tuned and listen up because help has arrived. Today's episode is going to feel like a soft place to land because we're not just talking about any old relationships. Let me turn this phone off, guys, because we're about to get busy. We're talking about your relationship, how to put the spark back into your relationship. And I want you to lean in today, not just because this might help your marriage, baby, or your partnership, relationship, but because you matter in the relationship. And when you feel unseen, when you're unheard, when you go untouched, that creates pain. And that pain is real. And I know where I've experienced it. So let's talk. Let's open up. Let's bring back that fire, those chills, those butterflies that you used to have when you first met your companion. Look, the fact is that love doesn't just fade because people stop caring. Sometimes it fades because life starts moving too fast. For instance, the bills pile up. The kids, they need things. Those schedules, they do not align. And boom, before you know it, your date nights feel like strategy meetings. You used to wrap your arms around the person you love. You used to give them big hugs, but now those hugs, those arm wraps, they feel like handshakes because you're not together. You're not connected the way you used to be. And listen, now, that doesn't mean your relationship is over. That just means that the fire needs tending to. We're going to tend to that fire. So here's where we're going to begin. Just you and me. We're going to begin with you being honest with yourself and asking yourself, when was the last time you really looked your partner in the eye? I mean, really looked them in the eye and saw them and felt like you lit up inside. When was the last time you felt wanted or even wanted to be wanted for that fact? See, when I ask people those questions in my coaching sessions, their eyes usually tear up. They get worried because they realize just how long it's been since they have been. And I don't mean just physically. I'm talking about emotionally held. I'm talking about not just being held out of a habit or out of someone that's trying to stay out of a doghouse or trying to prevent an argument. I'm talking about being held because of tender love and that TLC, that desire, baby. So if you can't remember the last time, it's okay now, because guess what? Your relationship just needs a little work. Your relationship isn't doomed. You just might need a little tune up, a little spark strategy. And I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to give you a little bit to push you forward so that you can see where you need to build, how you can build something new. I want you to take a quick relationship quiz first before we get into all that. And no, this relationship quiz is not for judgment. It's for clarity. Just answer these questions quietly to yourself. No pressure, no shame. You ready? So the first question is, do you feel like you all have stopped having real conversations? I mean, conversations that are not just about bills, schedules, children, or problems. And the second one is, do you feel like you all are living together, but you're emotionally apart? when was the first last time you all flirted, laughed, or touched, or even was intentional about your? Do you guys avoid certain topics because you don't want to argue? I get it. Now, the last question I want to ask is, have you felt more alone than connected in this relationship? That's a major question. I want you to pause. I want you to count how many times you said yes to these questions. Now, if you said yes to three or more, I want you to know this is your moment, not a breakdown, but a breakthrough moment. And don't just keep this for yourself. When you're ready, share it with your spouse. Ask them to take this quiz as well. Because look, this is what I've seen. If both people are willing to see the truth, then you all are ready to meet each other at a halfway point and start healing. Now, I'm not here to hand you a checklist. I'm here to give you real tools that actually work, real tools that help you with your love, your relationship. So let's breathe some life into that relationship. One of the first things I always say is this: you can reignite intimacy without intention. You've got to become curious again, not just about what your partner likes, but who they are now. Because let's be real, we all evolve because that is what life is about, growth and change. Nothing stays the same. Because look, you are not the same as you were 5 or 10 years ago, and neither are they. So ask questions. What excites them these days? What stresses them out? Where do they feel most powerful? You took out the time to learn them when you first started dating them, and you need to take out the time to get to know them now because today is a new day. Look, curiosity creates closeness. Be curious. Closeness creates safety. And baby, safety, that's what opens the door to intimacy. Now let's shift into what you can actually do because you don't just need inspiration, you need tools. Let me give you 5 simple but powerful habits to rebuild your love. There are weekly check ins that you should do. I need you to be consistent with this. Not just how was your day, but how are you doing? And be a listener instead of a judge or a complainer. Really listen because we listen, we don't judge. Clock that. I've been listening to too much TikTok, but anyway, look, let's keep going. And my mom always told me that closed mouths don't get fed, guys. You need to speak your mind. You deserve to be heard, and being heard is how we heal and strengthen ourselves. But speak with kindness. Don't let resentment grow in silence. Don't just not talk. Express yourself. And don't forget to laugh because laughter is healthy. So be healthy and bring back that playfulness flirt. Send a silly text, smile across a room, and don't forget about physical touch. Even if it's just on the hand or a kiss on the forehead. Another thing, you must pray together, even if it feels awkward at first. I want you to invite God, not just into your church life, but into your home life and stay connected. Look, passion fades, kids grow, routines change, but partnership is forever if you want it and if you protect it. But you've got to do the work. You'll be surprised how many relationships lose their spark simply because people stop having fun. There's no flirting, no jokes, no random dance. No slaps on that butt in the kitchen while you wash dishes. You know what I'm talking about. It's just logistics and laundry, bills and chaos. So I'm inviting you to bring joy back. Maybe eye contact again. Not because you're arguing, but because you're admiring them. That's why you're looking them in the eyes. Send them a text, something flirty, playing something silly like light a candle at dinner, even if it's takeout. Because look, romance doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be intentional. And baby, don't forget that soul connection. I always go back to my Bible now. Let me go back to the Bible again. The Bible has a verse in that it says, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. For your love is more delightful than wine. See, the word don't shy away from passion. It's celebrated. It didn't run from it because God made connection to be sacred, not stale. So pray together, meditate together, speak life into one another. You know, they say the family that prays together stays together. That's a spiritual form of intimacy. It lights something deep within you. Now, I know you might be listening and thinking, well, Coach Gwen, what if I'm the only one trying? And I'm going to tell you this, I've been there. I've been there. And here's what I'll say to you based on my own experience. You have to start with what you can control. Show up with softness and lead with love and be consistent. But also be honest, communicate what you need. Don't sit in silence. And if your partner's open, invite them to listen to this particular episode with you. Heck, sit down with a glass of wine or a cup of tea and make this a date. And if y'all need more help, don't you hesitate. Don't try and do it alone. That's what I am here for. See, I've walked with couples through the valleys and back to the mountaintops, honey. Sometimes you just need someone in your corner who sees the both of you without judgment and with a whole lot of love and the tools that work. Now, before we close, I want to speak this over you. Your love story isn't over. There is so much more joy ahead, but say this with me. You've got to do the work because you've got to do the work. And here's your virtual high five for showing up for love today, for choosing connection over comfort, for believing in better, even in the midst of things not being so great. And if no one's told you lately, you're worthy of love that feels like home and looks like joy. Now, friends, don't forget to subscribe to Win Win with Gwen and come back next Friday. We'll be here healing, laughing, growing, and winning together. Because it's always a win-win with Gwen. I love you. I believe in you. And I want to see you next time. So keep doing the work. See you guys next Friday.